Welcome to Creative World. In this video, we will solve Chapter 3 exercise problem number 3.52. While solving this problem, we will be using Kirchoff's current law. According to this law, a cumulative current on a node inside an electrical network is always equal to 0. Sum of all entering currents on a node is always equal to sum of all leaving currents from that node. We also will be using Ohm's law. According to this law, voltage across any resistance R is the product of current through it and the value of resistance itself. Now move towards the problem. Exercise problem number 3.52. Use nodal analysis to determine node voltages in given below figure. This is the circuit diagram of given problem. Inside this network, we have to find all node voltage using nodal analysis technique. So without wasting time, let's proceed towards the solution of the network. We know that in order to apply nodal analysis on any network, we have to follow some steps. First step includes finding out the maximum number of node voltage equations that can be retrieved from that network. So using this equation, we can find out that figure. In this equation, n represents number of nodes exist in the network. In our case, there are 5 number of nodes. 5 minus 1 will be equal to 4. So maximum 4 number of node voltage equations can be retrieved from this network. In next step, we have to assume all unknown non-reference node voltage. In this circuit diagram, this node is considered as a reference or ground node. Other non-reference node voltage are given V1, V2, V3 and V4, and we are interested to find out their values. Before we proceed further, if we observe there is a current dependent voltage source connected between two non-reference nodes. We know that if a voltage source is connected between two non-reference nodes, we cannot solve that problem using simple nodal analysis technique. We have to switch towards supernode topology. In that technique, we have to merge that voltage source to its adjacent node voltage. I have made a separate video in which I have explained how to identify and how to form a supernode in any network. Before solving this problem, I will strongly recommend you to watch that video. Link to that video is given in description below. As we discussed in that video, we have to merge this dependent voltage source to its adjacent node voltage. For that purpose, first we have to write its voltage equation. Voltage across this dependent voltage source is depending upon the value of current Ix, and this voltage will be equal to the potential difference of these two nodes as well. Whatever the difference of these two node voltage will be, same voltage will be appearing across this dependent voltage source as well. So we can write it in mathematical form. The potential difference of these two node voltage will be equal to voltage across this dependent voltage source. Here we are considering this node voltage is on higher potential than this node voltage. In that case, their potential difference will be taken as V1 minus V2. And because this node is on higher potential, so definitely the flow of current will be from this node to this node in this branch. In this case, current will enter from negative terminal of this dependent voltage source. That's why we have taken its value with negative sign. Now we want to merge this dependent voltage source into this node V1. In that case, V1 will be equal to minus 3 times Ix plus V2. Now we can form a supernode here by merging this dependent voltage source into this node and replace V1 with its new equation, that is minus 3 times Ix plus V2. After making a supernode, next step is to assume all unknown branch currents along with their directions in this network. Now we will apply one by one Kirchoff's current law on these non-reference nodes to find out their node voltage equations. We will start from this supernode. On this node, two currents are entering, 3 ampere and Ix, while leaving currents are 2 times Vx, I1, I3 and I2. So its KCL equation will be entering currents are taken with positive sign and leaving currents are taken with negative sign. In next step, we have to replace all these currents with their respective equations. Current Ix is equal to V4 minus V2 divided by 6 ohm, Vx is voltage across this 3 ohm resistance, which can be considered as V2 but opposite in polarity. V2 positive terminal is here and negative terminal is here, while the positive terminal of Vx is grounded and negative terminal is connected to V2. So we can say that V2 is also pairing across this 3 ohm resistance but opposite to the polarity of Vx. We can say that V2 will be equal to Vx but with minus sign. Here we have replaced Vx with V2 with minus sign. Current I1 is equal to minus 3 times Ix plus V2 divided by 5 ohm. I2 is equal to V2 divided by 3 ohm and I3 is equal to V2 minus 12 volt divided by 8 ohm. Here a voltage source is connected between this node and ground. So whatever the value of this voltage source will be, same voltage will be appearing on this node as well. That's why we have replaced V3 with its value, that is equal to 12 volt. Now in order to omit all denominator values, we have to multiply this equation on both sides with 360 ohm. 360 ohm is the most common factor of these all denominator values. That's why we are multiplying here this equation on both sides with 360 ohm. Product of 3 ampere and 360 ohm will become 1080 volt. Here product of 360 ohm and 6 ohm will cancel out with each other. Only 60 will left and that 60 will multiply with denominator values. Here product of 360 with 2 will become 720. Here product of 360 ohm and 5 ohm in denominator will cancel out with each other. Only 72 will left and that 72 will multiply with denominator values. Here product of 360 ohm will cancel out 3 ohm in denominator. Only 120 will left and that 120 will multiply with V2. It will become minus 120 V2. Here 360 ohm will cancel out with 8 ohm in denominator. Only 45 will left and that 45 will multiply with denominator values. Now open these brackets and solve this equation. After adding constants together and values having same variables together, we got the equation 1620 volt 216 times Ix plus 423 V2 plus 60 V4. In this equation again we have to replace Ix with its value, that was equal to V4 minus V2 divided by 6 ohm. Again we will multiply this equation on both sides with 6 ohm in order to omit this denominator value, and we will get this equation. Solve this equation again by adding same variables together and placing this constant value on the other hand side of equal. Divide this equation on both sides with 2. We will get the equation 1161 V2 plus 288 V4 equal to minus 4860 volt. We cannot further solve this equation, so leave it for now and label it as equation A. It is the first node voltage equation of this network. Now we will apply Kirchoff's current law on this node. On this node, one current is entering I4 while leaving currents are Ix and 4 ampere. Replace these currents with their respective equations. Solve this equation. In order to omit all denominator values, we will multiply this equation on both sides with 24 ohm. Product of 24 ohm and 4 ohm in denominator will cancel out with each other. 6 will left and that 6 will multiply with the denominator values. Product of 6 and 12 volt will become 72 volt. Here product of 6 and V4 will become 6 V4. Here product of 24 ohm and 6 ohm in denominator will cancel out with each other. 4 will left and that 4 will multiply with the denominator values. Here product of 24 ohm and 4 ampere will result 96 volt. Open these brackets and solve this equation. Add values having same variables together and place this constant value on the other hand side of equal. We will get second node voltage equation, that is equal to 4 times V2 minus 10 times V4 equal to 24 volt. So up to this point we have retrieved two node voltage equations. There is no need to apply Kirchoff's current law on this node because this node voltage is already given in the form of voltage source. Now we will try to solve these two equations in order to find out all node voltage. For that purpose we will multiply this equation A with 10. The resulting equation will be this, and will multiply equation B with 288. Add these two resulting equations together. These two will cancel out with each other. Sum of remaining equation will become 12,762 times V2 equal to minus 41,688 volt. In order to calculate the value of V2, divide on both sides with 12,762 and we will get the value of V2, that is equal to minus 3.27 volt. After getting the value of V2, we can place this value inside this equation B to find out the value of V4. In this equation, we have replaced V2 with its value, that is minus 3.27 volt. Solve this equation, take the product of 4 and minus 3.27 volt. It will become 13.08 volt. Place this on the other hand side of equal and divide this equation with 10. We will get the value of V4, that is equal to minus 3.71 volt. So we have calculated two node voltage V2 and V4. Value of voltage V3 is already given in this scenario in the form of voltage source. Now we have to calculate the value of voltage V1. V1 is equal to minus 3 times Ix plus V2. In this equation we have to replace Ix with its equation, that is equal to V4 minus V2 divided by 6 ohm. Now we have to replace all these node voltage values which we already know. V2 is equal to minus 3.27 volt and V4 is equal to minus 3.71 volt. Solve this equation. We will get V1 equal to 0.22 volt minus 3.27 volt. Add these values together and we will get the value of V1, that is equal to minus 3.05 volt. It was all about chapter 3 exercise problem number 3.52. Thank you. See you again in next video.